Hello all, welcome back to Project Mastery podcast. We'll be covering earned value measurement in today's episode. Let's say your manager tells you that CPI is 1.25, his pay is 0.90. Do you know what it means? Do you know what action you have to take? How do you track the project's performance? How do you track the project's performance in terms of scope? How do you track the project's performance in terms of cost? How do you track the project's performance in terms of schedule? Are you running behind schedule? Do you need funds? Are you running short of money? What is the total expenditure that you have incurred till date? What is the work that you have accomplished so far? What is the value of the work that you have accomplished so far? What is the value of the work that was planned to be completed? What is the total cost that you are anticipating to be when the project gets over? What is going to be the additional cost that you are going to incur for the remaining work that is pending to be completed? You will have answered to all of these questions through EVM technique. This is where EVM comes into picture. EVM stands for Earned Value Management. It's a data analysis technique for measuring the project performance against the authorized scope, against the authorized time, against the authorized cost. You're going to measure the performance at an integrated level by integrating these three variables. You will find out what is the deviation from the baseline take corrective actions. You are able to analyze the current trends and forecast future performance. EVM has got a set of acronyms and formulas. Let's get into the acronyms first. PV stands for planned value. As of now, as per the current situation, as of today, what is the estimated value of the work planned to be done? EV stands for earned value. This means as of now, at the current moment, as per the current situation, as of today, what is the estimated value of the work actually accomplished? AC stands for actual cost. It refers to total cost. As of today, what is the total expenditure that has been incurred in the project for the work that's been accomplished till date? BAC stands for budget at completion. We also call it as the cost baseline. This is nothing but the budget that's been provided to you for completing the project. How much did we budget for the total project effort? This is what refers to BAC. Next we are talking about EAC, which means estimated completion. What do you expect the total project to cost? This is a forecast. You are going to say it is going to cost $50,000 when the project gets over. ETC stands for estimate to complete. From this point, from now onwards, what is the additional cost? How much more do you expect it to cost to finish the project? This is a forecast. VAC is a forecast, ETC is a forecast. VAC stands for variance at completion. At the moment, as of now, as of today, as per the current situation, how much under budget or over budget do you expect to be at the end of the project? Let's get into the formulas now. CV stands for cost variance. The formula is EV minus AC, earned value minus actual cost. When cost variance is negative, it means the project is over budget. When cost variance is positive, it means project is under budget. Schedule variance. SV stands for schedule variance. It is actually earned value minus planned value. When schedule variance is negative, project is running behind schedule. When schedule variance is positive, project is ahead of schedule. CPI stands for cost performance index. The formula is EV divided by AC, which is earned value divided by actual cost. What this means is you are getting X dollar worth of work out of every Y dollar spent. You are trying to find out whether you are using the funds efficiently or not. When CPI is greater than 1, project is doing good. When CPI is less than 1, project is doing bad. SPI stands for Schedule Performance Index. The formula is earned value divided by planned value. What this means is you are progressing at X percentage of the rate originally planned. You are progressing at a particular percentage of the originally planned. Greater than 1 means project is doing good. Less than 1 means the project is doing bad. Estimated completion, we call it as EAC. EAC has got 3 formulas. One is actual cost plus bottom up ETC. EAC means as of now, how much are we expecting the total expenditure of the project? As of now, how much do we expect the total project to cost? X dollars. EAC has got 3 formulas. The first one is AC plus ETC, where you are actually taking the actual cost, which means the actual expenditure till date, plus ETC, which is nothing but the estimated time to complete the remaining work. Actual cost till date plus the revised estimate for all the remaining deliverables to be completed. Both are getting summed up, which is what we call it as actual cost plus bottom up ETC. There's another formula, BAC divided by CPI, which is budget at completion divided by cost performance index. Another formula we have is actual cost plus BAC minus EV in parenthesis. This is going to calculate the actual cost till date, whatever expenditure that we incurred till date for the work accomplished so far, plus the remaining budget, BAC minus EV, which is nothing but budgeted completion minus earned value, is nothing but the remaining budget. So we are adding the actual cost plus the remaining budget to arrive at the EAC. Another formula is actual cost plus BAC minus EV divided by CPI into SPI. Actual cost plus budgeted completion minus earned value, which is nothing but the remaining budget, divided by CPI into SPI. TCPI stands for 2 Complete Performance Index. The formula for TCPI is BAC minus EV divided by BAC minus AC, meaning budgeted completion minus earned value divided by budgeted completion minus actual cost. TCPI means at what rate you need to progress from now onwards in order to achieve the target. Let us say, for example, in cricket, you have a goal, you are going to achieve a particular goal of scoring X score, and you are maintaining a current run rate. You are scoring at a particular run rate, which is the current run rate. Now, based on the current trend, you know that you need to score beyond what is expected, required run rate. So you need to score at the required run rate so that you can achieve the target. So you can assume the required run rate is equal to TCPI. I am currently delivering at 20% of the originally rate planned. From now onwards, at what rate should I progress so that I can be on track, I'll be able to deliver on schedule, on time. This is what we call it as TCPI. TCPI is basically you are dividing the value of the work remaining to be done, which is nothing but BAC minus EV, divided by the money remaining to do it, which is nothing but the BAC minus AC. To stay within the budget, what rate am I supposed to deliver to meet the remaining work? TCPI is the opposite of CPI and SPI when it comes to interpretation. When TCPI is greater than 1, project is bad. When TCPI is less than 1, project is good. VAC stands for variance at completion, which is actually budget at completion minus estimated completion. How much over budget or how much under budget will your project be at the end? ETC stands for estimate to complete. The formula is EAC minus AC. You are calculating the total project cost as of today, which is the EAC, minus what has been spent till date, which is the actual cost. If you look at the formulas, you will know that whenever we talk about variance, then subtraction is being used. Whenever you talk about an index or a ratio, division is being used. It's going to be earned value minus actual cost, earned value minus planned value, earned value divided by actual cost, earned value divided by planned value. When you talk about CPI or SPI, it's going to be division. When you talk about cost variance or schedule variance, it's going to be subtraction. What is it that you have planned to spend? That is called planned value. And budget at completion is also referring to what is it that you are planning to spend. What is it that you have actually spent? It comes under actual cost. When you talk about forecast, you're trying to forecast what is it that you're going to spend in future. The future spending plan is what you are going to derive based on ETC and EAC. Let's take up an example here. In the beginning, we told that a project manager came up with CPI of 1.5 and SPI of 0.90. What does this mean? Now you would have understood that this means we are getting $1.5 for every dollar we put into the project, and SPI of 0.90 means you are progressing at 90% of the rate originally planned. When you say CPI of 1.5 and SPI of 0.90, means you are getting $1.5 for every dollar you are putting into the project, and an SPI of 0.90 means you are progressing at 90% of the rate originally planned. This means you are good at cost because there is no problem with cost. As you can see, the CPI is greater than 1. When the CPI is greater than 1, project is good. So you're doing well when it comes to project budget. But since SPI is less than 1, it means you are running behind schedule. So you should take options to improve the schedule, bring it back on track. You should focus only on schedule. We'll take up another example. Let's say, for example, based on EVM technique, your planned value is $2,000. What does it mean? It means we should have done $2,000 worth of work. Let's say the earned value is $1,500. What does it mean? It means we have actually completed $1,500 worth of work. Our actual cost is $800. This means we have actually spent $800 till date. BAC $5,000. Budgeted completion shows as $5,000. What does it mean? This is our project budget. Our project budget is $5,000. Cost variance shows a negative of minus $200. This means we are over budget by $200. CPI shows 0.90. What does this mean? We are getting about 90 cents out of every dollar we put into the project. Schedule variance is showing negative of $400. What does it mean? We are behind schedule. SPI shows 0.93. What does it mean? We are only progressing at about 93% of the rate planned. EAC is $6,000. What does it mean? It means we estimate that the total project will cost $6,000. At the end of the project, I would have incurred a total cost of $6,000 to complete the project. And then you compare it with the budget that was planned, which will give you the variance at completion. ETC. Let's say that you have an ETC of $1,000. That means we need to spend an additional $1,000 to finish the project. We'll take up another scenario. If you look at the screen, we are talking about a website development project. BAC, which is the total budget, is $400,000. You have a project budget of $400,000 given to you, where you need to complete the project within 4 weeks. Currently, you are at the end of the week 2, which means 50% of the total work should have been completed, which is the planned value. You have actually earned only 40% of the work. This is the earned value. And the actual cost that you have incurred so far in accomplishing the work till date is also given here. Based on the planned value, earned value, and actual cost, you apply the EVM metrics. You find out what is the cost variance, cost performance index, schedule variance, schedule performance index, what is the estimated completion, what is the estimate to complete, and what will be the variance at completion. Applying these formulas, you understand that cost variance is negative, which means you are over budget. CPA is actually less than 1, which means you are not using the funds efficiently, you are running short of money. Schedule variance is also negative, which means you are behind schedule. SPI is actually less than 1, which means you are slipping behind schedule. EAC, variance at completion, is showing as negative, which means you are running short of money. Through this metric, you are able to understand the current picture of the project, and you find out that the project is behind schedule and over budget. So the action that you need to take is you need to boost efficiency, increase team productivity, so that you can bring back the schedule on track, or you reduce the scope and make sure that you cut the cost and bring back the budget overshoot, ensure that you are well within budget, or if that is not possible, you will have to seek additional funding. You need to come up with all these options after analyzing the current picture of the project. We have covered the fundamentals of earned value management. We have understood how EVM is extremely significant in measuring the project's performance against the performance management baselines. EVM is one of the techniques used in monitoring and controlling process. Hope this knowledge is valuable to everyone. We have come to the end of the episode. Thank you very much for tuning in. Have a good day.